Hey, Joel FitzPatrick from the Greer Citizen here with Jed Blackwell from Hometown News. We're returning with our weekly internet show, The Cheap Seats. As you can see, we've kind of gone up in the world. The seats aren't really cheap anymore. We are starting to do the show every week from the Fishbowl restaurant in Greer. It's on Buncombe Road. Our hope is to each week have a guest to join us, and this week it's former Burns quarterback Willy Korn. Really good to have you. First things first, Willie. I was watching the PC game over the weekend, and I couldn't help but notice it looked like you were having fun.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that pretty much sums up the entire season so far. We're 5 weeks into it, 2-3 right now. I've had a couple close losses, but it's been a blast just playing the game and getting to compete and being in some very competitive situations and playing the game and playing the position that I love, playing quarterback.
At North Greenville, a couple of guys on the team, local high school guys. I know Graylin Meredith stands out from Woodruff just because I covered him a good bit. What's it like being up there and playing with some guys that are from right here?
It's been a lot of fun. You get to kind of trash talk in the locker room about whose high school is better, which we all know Burns is king around here, but they can't stand to hear that. But it's always good to be around guys that are from the same area. You can relate to them, and on top of that, there's also we've got guys from Florida and from Georgia, so there's a good mix in the locker room, and I think we've got a really tight knit team, and there's we got a really good team chemistry right now going into week 6.
How hard, going back to when you left Clemson, how hard was it to leave?
It was hard in the sense just because just leaving all my best friends there. 3 of the guys there I played in high school with, and just the relationships and friendships I forged over the 3 years that I was there were very strong. So it's tough walking away from all those guys, and could have spent 2 more years with them, but I knew in my heart that what ultimately was going to make me happy, and to make the decision to leave, I wanted to be able to look myself in the mirror 10 years down the road and say, you did the right thing, and I definitely think I did. I'm getting to play and getting to compete and enjoy it, and Clemson's still, it's 45 minutes down the road, so I can go see those guys whenever I want to.
After the Clemson transfer, what did you consider besides Marshall?
The other 2 schools that I was talking to were Eastern Illinois and UMass, and didn't really get a whole heck of a lot of interest from anybody else outside of that. And I went up and visited Marshall, and the visit went great, and on paper, and from what the coaches were telling me, I looked like I was going to have a really, really good opportunity to compete and win that starting position at quarterback, and felt like I had a good summer, and 2 weeks into camp, it's been pretty well documented that they tried to move me to safety, and things didn't work out. They wanted me to be the 3rd string quarterback, and try my hand at playing safety and some special teams, and almost convinced myself to do it. But after talking to my dad for a long time, and he was able to get in touch with Coach Chadwell at North Greenville, and I saw that I was going to have an opportunity to still play quarterback, and I just wanted to take that opportunity.
If it wouldn't have been North Greenville, do you have any idea where it would have been?
Probably would have just stayed there, honestly, just because it was a week into, or 2 weeks into camp, and pretty much no matter how big or how small your school is, everybody's got their 2 or 3 quarterbacks that they're going to go with for the season, and I didn't want to go to a situation where I'd look like some hot shot just walking in and just having the job given to you. North Greenville is just kind of a special situation, just because their first 2, the 1st string, their 2nd string quarterbacks were injured during the spring. Richard Harp, who was the starter last year, tore his ACL, and over the summer, Aaron Siegler, who played a lot last year, broke his foot. So they just had some depth issues at quarterback. So it just worked out perfectly, and it's just just goes back to that saying, things happen for a reason. I really believe that, and God opened that door for me to come to North Greenville, and here I am talking to you fellas this morning.
I had a couple of people ask me over the summer, and I was unsure, so I'll ask you. As a graduate student, how did the transfer rules apply to you?
Since I was a 2-time transfer, I transferred from Clemson to Marshall, then Marshall to North Greenville. Since I'd already graduated from Clemson, I already got my undergrad. I could do that and play right away. It's a kind of a different situation for Daniel Adderley, our receiver, who's played at Southside Christian. Isn't that right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He went to Miami for 2 years, and then last year he was at Tennessee, but he hadn't got his undergrad yet. So since he hadn't got his undergrad yet, he had to, apply for special waiver from the NCAA, and he finally got eligible 2 weeks ago, and he's playing now. That's why it took a little bit long for him. But since I'd already got my undergrad, I was clear to play.
Has there been any point during the season, and I don't know if it was like the PC game, but when you threw your 82-yard touchdown pass, where you just kind of sat back and smiled and said, almost like finally, it's here.
Starting to come together. Well, really, that first game we played against Mars Hill, and I'd only been practicing with the team for a week, so I didn't start that game. But I went in for both 2-minute drills, and I think I had two other series, but. We were down by 6 against Mars Hill in the fourth quarter. I went in for that 2-minute drill at the end of the game. Before I went out there, I was like, I was pretty excited just to, be back in that situation and to have that pressure on you and just be able to compete and just knowing that you're playing the position you love, playing the position you played all your life except for a few years. I got my start at offensive line. I don't know if you remember that, but you kind of sat back and just kind of sunk in, man, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Going back to last Saturday, beat an FCS team, that's a huge win. Mm-hmm. Just being in North Greenville for a short period of time, can you put into perspective how much that's going to mean to the team? It's got to be a building block. It's
huge for our program, without a doubt. I mean, it's something it's never been done at the school. That was our first Division I AA victory against a team, and I know it came against struggling, Presbyterian team was still trying to, find their way, but it meant the world to us. It's huge for us, and it's a huge momentum boost, and we can really finish out the season, and play well the rest of the year. And we've got a couple challenges left, and our ultimate team goal is to, make it to the Victory Bowl. That's what we set our goals up at the beginning of the season. We wanted to make it to that Victory Bowl, and I think just with the close losses early on in the year, that PC win just gave us so much more momentum, and you can just tell a difference at practice. Everybody's been real excited and very motivated this week, and I think that's going to carry us a long way.